Hey guys, I'm Bella, the Maker Mama boss lady behind Fiber and Fox, and this is the end of the I-91 Shop Hop Trail. If you've missed the previous vlogs, I've been going from basically New Haven, Connecticut, all the way up to, we're going to hit Putney, Vermont today, following I-91 and all of the yarn shops on that map. So if you've missed the other ones, there's a whole bunch before, jump back. But I'm very excited to have been asked to do this. Thank you, Rachel, of You and You, for setting this all up. If you did miss the other intros and who I am, I'm normally a crochet designer. I also knit. I have a podcast. I have a blog. You know, all the social influencing crochet people things. I don't even know what my title is, but if you want to stick around for more of that content, I would love to continue to have you here. Like, subscribe, follow, notifications, all that. You know, I'm great at this pitch stuff. But yes, today we are going to Vermont. This is definitely the furthest for me. I'm in Connecticut. So we're going to be going just about under 2 hours up to 2 shops in Vermont. It's going to be a 2-parter video. So we're going to Brattleboro. I'm not ever sure how to say it, and I've been there many times. Brattleboro, I think. To HandKnits. So I've, like I said, been to Brattleboro. I'm just going to stop saying it. I've been to that town many times. Traveling a little further up in Vermont, stopped there. But I've never been to HandKnits. Didn't realize it was there until now. And I've been to the area of the second shop. There's a restaurant my family has gone to many, many times. And Green Mountain Spinnery is in Putney. And it's like a couple feet away from this restaurant that I've been to over and over. And never been there. But like the name implies, it's a spinnery, which is really cool because I've never been to a place where they're actually milling yarn. So that should be interesting. But this video, first up, is going to be HandKnits in Brattleboro. So come along with me and let's go get a little inside peek. I am here at HandKnits in Brattleboro. I always say it wrong.
It's Brattleboro.
Okay. I always feel like I make it sound wrong. Alright, so Brattleboro with the owner. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the shop and really anything you want to share.
So I've had a shop for 20 years, but we've moved a lot. So I've been in this spot for 6 years. And I've knit since I was like in 5th grade, and I went to art school, and I used to work for a big museum a long time ago, and then I was doing craft shows for a while, and that kind of burnt out, and I started a shop.
Okay. And you're Beth, right?
I am Beth.
Just for the people.
Yes.
It's Beth. And it's just you, or do you have staff? Or
It's just me.
One-woman show.
Yeah. So, you know, things sometimes happen, but...
Understandable. It comes with being a small business. As far as things you carry, is there anything that you specialize in or is exclusive to you or want to highlight for me?
I don't have anything that is really truly exclusive. There's a couple local dyers where there's very few stores that they're in. Mm-hmm. So there's that. I have Wonderland yarns are local to us, so...
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was local.
Yeah, she's here in town. I'm not allowed to say where.
Okay, we don't have to give away her location.
And, I have Wool Addicts, which can be hard to find. We have a lot of things, there's always something on sale in the store. We have a lot of Barocco, we have Rowan, Malabrigo, kind of the normal basic stuff, and then local things.
Yeah, that's awesome. You have a really nice local selection. I'll make sure I get some footage of all of that. For the shop hop, are you doing any deals, exclusives, special?
Well, we don't really do any special sales for the shop hop. I think we're doing a really laid back, and people decided not to do a kit. I may still come up with something, and there's an errata to the kit from last time, before COVID, so that will be available to anybody who had that kit. I may make more of them. And, that's about it. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to not have the slam of people in here.
So it used to be like 4 days?
It was just 4 days, and, go forth. And it was great. It was great. And we're doing it this way this year just because, nobody's really sure how things are going to exactly shake out. So this keeps our crowds, so that it's not, hopefully there'll still be crowds, but not
just
crazy.
Spread it out a little bit more.
Spread it out a little more, and a little more relaxed hop.
I haven't done the shop hop in entirety in previous years, but I kind of like the more relaxed timeline, so you don't have to cram it all in a weekend or something.
Right. Although I had a customer who did it all in one day.
That's a lot. Even driving aside, that's a lot of shopping in one day.
Well, they didn't really do much shopping.
Okay, just we're hopping.
They were hopping. It was they packed. They didn't even buy lunch. They packed sandwiches.
Okay, this is the budget version.
It was 2 women, and they were at, I forget. I think they started down in Connecticut, but they were at the first store's door right at 10 o'clock when they opened.
Yeah, because I think I mapped it out from New Haven to Putney. I think it's about 3 hours and 20 minutes just driving time alone. No?
It's 2 hours.
It's 2, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Google Maps lied to me then.
Well, Google Maps
For me here, it was about an hour and a half, and I know New Haven's a little bit from me, so either way.
Well, I can get to IKEA in 2 hours.
Okay, you might drive faster.
I might. I also try not to go through New Haven during rush hour. Not New Haven, Hartford.
Hartford, that's always a mess. All right, so let's see, what else? Knit, crochet-wise, spinning, weaving, do you do it all? Or you kind of specialize in one? Or
I have some spinning wheels. I have rigid heddle looms. We don't do a ton of that. I'm very low on spinning fiber at the moment. We have needle felting as well. I crochet, I knit. I can spin, but I'm not a great spinner. I can do rigid heddle weaving, but that's not my main thing. And needle felting, I can do that, but I haven't done a lot of it. But I'm an expert knitter and a really good crocheter.
Okay, and are most of your clientele knit, or do they kind of knit crochet?
It's always interesting to watch how it changes, you know? So for a long time it was mostly knit, and lately there's been a lot more crochet. I think crochet is becoming more popular. And
that's really, I love that because I'm mainly a crocheter, but a lot of the shops have said that they've seen a rise in the crochet clientele, which I love.
And crocheters who aren't afraid to use nice yarn.
Yes, that's my main thing is trying to get you can use fingering weight yarn, you can use indie dyed yarn.
Well, I think if you're going to make a crochet garment, you want to use a lighter weight yarn because crochet is a denser fabric. Mm-hmm. So what you make with fingering might be what you have a warmth factor similar to sport or DK.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and crochet goes faster. So it does go faster.
Yes, I do like that part. What's on your hooks or needles right now? What are you working on?
I am working on Barocco baby. I have a lot of UFOs.
Sure.
But I have a Barocco baby blanket. I have, it's done in this great little sort of halfway between a linen stitch. It's like you have two rows that are like linen stitch and 2 rows that are garter.
Mm-hmm.
And part of it you're using 2 different colors, so it looks kind of woven, but not exactly. So I'm working on that. I'm working on something that just came out from Barocco with one of their new yarns. It's not in yet, but I got some preview bags. It's a jacket. I forget what it's called. It's a jacket with like mitered squares up the back and big mitered square pockets, and it's long. That's knit. Crochet. I have something going in the Linnea yarn from Barocco that's from last summer and didn't get finished.
Happens.
And then there's like a pile of hats that I have to put a pom-pom on, or end weaving, or both.
Finishing,
and
it really gets
there's
you.
just a pile of finishing at home. And yeah.
Shop-wise, do you do any classes, or a lot of the shops said that they did like finishing type services? Or
I don't do finishing services. There's a woman who used to own she's retired, she used to own a shop here. She does beautiful work, as my pile of finishing at home can attest to. I'm very finicky about my finishing. I do it like perfectly. I hate it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You spend all that time, you want it to be beautiful, but it's not like fun.
Right. So I don't want to add to that pile with customers. So I just send them off to Susan because she just does amazing.
I love that. The collaboration. Just send them off.
And what was the rest of your question?
What's your question? Classes.
Oh, classes. We did before COVID. Hopefully come September we'll try a few. Summer is not, because people are just coming and going so much. It's never been a great class time. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how everything's going in September and probably have some classes in the fall.
Okay.
But for the moment, we're just kind of letting it go. Summer, I never do.
It's not the best time for knitwear.
Well, it's not just knitwear. It's also that people, they'd be like, I'd really like to sign up for a class, but I'm going to be gone 2 weeks during the class.
Yeah.
So it just was a scheduling issue for people.
Yeah,
and, I couldn't get enough. I tried it. I didn't get enough people signing up. So now with Zoom, the thing around here is that there's an awful lot of people whose internet is spotty or weak or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really even... I should have done more Zoom, but
That's a whole different beast to get into. Online shop, do you have anything selling online or just in person here?
It's just in person. Okay. You can get a gift certificate on my website currently, but I'm probably going to change that soon.
Do you have any social media or other online presence?
I have a poorly moderated and not often used Facebook group, and I have Instagram, which I still don't entirely understand. So
it keeps changing.
I put stuff up every once in a while, once in a great while. So,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, well, I will link everything down below as far as the shop and the social media and all of that. Is there anything else you want to share before we walk around and do a tour?
Not really.
Okay, well then let's look around and take a peek at your lovely yarns.
Okay. So this is all Wonderland that I need to restock, and Stephanie has promised me a delivery before the hop. And then this is some Squirrel Mountain from Walpole, New Hampshire, and Bobolink, which is Bobolink is really interesting. She's a shepherdess up in Irisburg, Vermont, and she goes around New England and upstate New York collecting fleeces from people who have lawnmower flocks or whatever. And then she has them processed in Cambridge, New York at the spinnery there. And then she takes them all home and dyes them. But the yarn is all specific breed. So we have the Cheviot here, which is a worsted weight. And the Frisian, which is a DK.
Oh, I like Frisian.
And then there's a little bit of yarn here from Wildwood Acres. They're in Newfane, Vermont. Sometimes I have dyed ones. Right now I don't.
Is that all alpaca?
All alpaca,
Beautiful.
either the natural colors.
Beautiful.
And Olan Gras, which she's been promising me a delivery too. She's in Ashwellet, New Hampshire, which is like 3 towns away, from here. It's probably about a 15 or 20 minute drive. So this is fingering and sock, hand dyed. All of the Mrs. Crosby and Lorna's laces and Madelinetosh are all marked down 20%. So it's just too much of it to move off the wall. So that's over, the Mrs. Crosby's over there. There's Fiber Spades that comes out of Britain. And then here is more Malabrigo, some Tosh that's on sale, some Lorna's and Mrs. Crosby that are on sale. And so that's this. And then the store is arranged by weight. So we kind of work, this is weight too. So this goes from fingering to super bulky. And then back here we started super bulky and you kind of work around to get to fingering. And the Wool Addicts is here, which is sort of separated out. Eventually I'm going to integrate it, but I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these, how I'm going to use this unit. This is Tosh sock that is on sale. And then there's a couple kits from Anzula that are also on sale. And then this is our 40% off area. And this changes, as things go. Sometimes there's one left that goes into the last of its kind bucket. But, sometimes I get tired of looking at it and I bag it up and put it at 60 off. These are 40. And then, we've got like a whole lot of lace weight. Some kid rearranged this for me, but and made it checkerboard. But this is like lace weight. You can use it for lace, but you can also use it as a carry-along to just give it a little halo, whatever if you're working with anything really. And, sock and baby and, we've got Stolen Stitches, Nua, and then back here in the corner is a lot of colors of felted tweed and this is the Dye Gilpin from Scotland, DK weight. So we're in the land of the DK. And there's some stuff here that's on sale that's going to be 20 off that I haven't marked yet. But like Rowan is disking the cashmere tweed, so that will be 20 off. And then, back here we're getting still DK land. And now we're kind of moving into worsted. Down here is all the Encore. And then we have all the colors of Blue Sky wool stock in both the biggies and the littles. The 50 gram and the 150 gram. Fiber Spraits, Tarma.
And I saw you had the Let Lopi too. I don't see that in person all that
Oh,
often.
really?
I haven't seen it at many shops.
They've been having, everybody's having distribution issues with COVID. So I know that it's been like a lot of back orders.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, and then, there's this area we're getting more Aran and bulky. And we're back into the super bulky land.
Oh, right.
And then this is my giant thing of buttons.
I love it. right, we're back from, I've realized I start every clip with all right or so. We're back from HandKnits in Brattleboro. I am out in, truth be told, we didn't even take this car, but for continuity's sake, I'm recording in this car. I'm sitting in the car and the AC, hasn't been on all day, so it's like a sauna in here, so I'm a little glistening, but I'm going to tell you about what I got at HandKnits. I grabbed some West Yorkshire spinners, which contains a 35% BFL, blue-faced Leicester, 75% wool, 25% nylon. I believe it's it's non-superwash, and my mom had worked with their striping yarn recently, and said she really liked it, so I want to make kind of some more textured socks. This is, I think, 100 grams, 200 grams? You're a lot of yarn. 100 grams, 437 yards. So can definitely get a couple pairs of socks out of this. I'm so warm, guys. But yeah, enjoyed the visit there. It's a great town to walk around if you want to do some window shopping, some thrift shopping, some tasty food shopping. It's a good little artsy town to explore, and I enjoyed my visit there. And make sure you catch the next vlog as well, which is going to be Green Mountain Spinnery. It's our last stop. So thank you so much for, if you followed along with me, whether you've gone in person or you're just following on the trail with me here. Thank you so much, and I hope that you stick around and, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and all of that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my content, and I hope to see you again soon down in the comment section and whatnot. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you.